Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday and literally this is a bit of an impromptu video because Ivy is currently having a nap and I sat down with a peppermint tea, which I have in here, and I call it stuff on banana, which is basically just chopped banana with some tahini and peanut butter. I've already had some soda bread with my left coast vegan cheese and some soda bread with, I have on the other slice, with some peanut butter. So yeah, I just fancied having something else, so this is what I'm having. Anyway, I sat down with this and I thought, do you know what, I haven't recorded an update on the kind of reusable nappy journey that we've been on. I'll link some of the videos below, but it's been about 6 months, no, longer than that. Ivy was about 6 months old when we started using reusable nappies. It just petrified me to begin with. To be honest, I was put off even starting because I had this fear of storing them, washing them and cleaning them essentially. So for anyone else who's in that position that thought puts you off, I'm going to kind of share with you how simple it is. And actually we've been up and down with them because I never actually got to the point where I had enough nappies I could do it all the time. So we were doing a bit of both and we tried them at night. We did use them fully 100% for maybe a couple of months, but then I found that for us personally, just at night time, the kind of like wetness, even with an extra booster kind of liner thing, was maybe just too close to her skin. So we have kind of come to a happy compromise-ish. We use reusable nappies during the day and then we use one disposable nappy at night, although when she's ill or if she's got an upset tummy or anything, then I do go back to disposables because, yeah, that part I'm not quite, happy with sort of like dealing with, and then the amount of washing and all of that, it just doesn't make any sense. I think that we found a happy kind of compromise with that. So what I thought I'd share today is basically talk about how I wash them. I'm not going to go and show you it all because basically I don't know how long Ivy's going to sleep for. I'll start with, the other thing is, it was very kindly given by someone really close to me who couldn't make use of their reusable nappies, so gave them to us. So it now means we're in a position where we aren't going to have to wash. Like, I was pretty much having to do a wash every day or every other day in order to be able to do it every day. But now we've got enough that we won't have to do that. So I'm so happy and grateful for that. So what I'm going to share with you is how I wash them and how I store them. So these boxes from IKEA, and they're just kind of like big plastic boxes. And we keep our nappies downstairs. Potentially controversial, but that is where I use them. I'm not going to go running up the stairs every single time I need a nappy, so I keep my cheeky wipes in here. And to be honest, I absolutely love the cheeky wipes, but I don't use them all the time. I have cut up cloths, face cloths that I use for her hands and face. I've mentioned that before, and then I just use the cheeky wipes. I also don't store them wet, I just wet them when I need them, and I use them when she doesn't have like a pooey nappy basically and I'm at home. So they're used like most days, but not for most nappies, I would say. I use the wet wipes if her bum is like, you know, she's done a number 2, and I use the cheeky wipes if it's just a normal wee or whatever. And then I store the nappies. This one's probably a bit bad to look at. I store them in this box here, or these 2 boxes. Now I'm going to need more space, and I just literally fold them up. And I've got the like liners on one side, and then the nappies on the other. So this is the box. As you can see, these are 2 new ones that actually need to be washed because you have to wash the nappies before you start using them in order to, like, I don't know, it just makes them better absorbent. And then these are all the kind of outer parts of the nappies. And we have a complete mix of 2-in-1, all-in-one, pocket nappies where the liner goes in the back section. I'll just put this down and show you, but basically those are the big boxes from IKEA that I use. Lots of different types of nappies, as I mentioned. We've tried like an all-in-one, which is probably the ones we use the most. So this is an all-in-one, and as you can see, the liner bit comes out, and then it just goes in there. So you put it in the pocket, and that is your all-in-one. And these are the Bambino Mio, and they're the ones we've got the most of, all in one, super easy. The only thing is when they're actually dirty, pulling them out can be a bit, you know, of a thought. But actually what I've noticed is when you put them in the machine with the bit still in, it always comes out and always comes out clean. Pocket nappies, so they have a pocket in the back. And this is a pop-in nappy, so you pop the liner on rather than putting it into a pocket. So those are the three types of nappies we have. I have to say, I think the all-in-one is definitely my favourite. Although obviously you're only going to get one wear out of that because, I mean, in general I only get one wear out of the ones, even when you can take the liner out. If they do a number 2, that's it, curtains, game over. So, that being said, those are the nappies. So if she does a wee, I just basically take the nappy out, and I do not have a bucket. I do not soak the nappies. I have a bag, which is a nappy bag, and it's lined on the inside. It doesn't smell, it doesn't take up loads of space. I literally just unzip it, put the nappy in, and that's it if it's a wee. If it's a number 2, I haven't been using liners either because I found they really irritated Ivy's skin. But if it's a number 2, I take the nappy to the toilet before I pull this bit out, obviously, and then I just do a little flick. Not quite like that because it would maybe land on the floor, but I put it down the loo like that. And if there's like poo on it, sometimes after I've flushed, I'll flush the loo again and just kind of sugar and make sure I get it all off. And if it is still a bit rank or a bit manky, I will put it in a bucket with some water and just literally, like you would if there was a stain, rub it like that, and that is it. And then I just put it in the nappy bag, same as the wet one, and that's that. And then when the nappy bag is full, she would probably go through about 5 or 6 a day, so I guess 2 days and the nappy bag would be pretty full. I then tip them all into the washing machine. I do actually sometimes wash them with other stuff, but usually just like socks and pants or, yeah, other things like that. I mean, it's going to get washed and cleaned anyway, and I've already rinsed it, and they're not that bad. And then I use, this is my favourite. You don't actually need a powder, apparently, especially for nappies, but I like this. It's the Tots Bots, and it is Parma Violet. It's vegan and cruelty-free, and yeah, so I like that. Each to their own, you don't need it. I actually stopped using any powder at all because what I did was I created a nappy build up with my nappies by accident. I washed them with regular washing liquid and they stopped absorbing pee, and it was just a bit of a nightmare. So don't do that. You have to get, I think, is it bio or non-bio? I think one works and the other one doesn't, and liquid definitely doesn't work. Do not use washing liquid and do not use softener. So what I tend to do is put them through a rinse on 30 degrees without anything, sometimes a few drops of essential oils, but mostly nothing. So rinse at 30 degrees and then I put them on a 60-degree wash. And as I said, for about 3 or 4 washes I didn't put anything in because I had created a build-up and I need to get rid of all that liquid that had stopped them absorbing. But in general, I don't use a huge amount, but I do use like a small scoop of this in the 60-degree part of the wash. And that is it really. Then when I hang them up, they don't go on the heater. It's been winter, so they're not going outside. I just hang them on. We've got like a clothes drying rack. Hang them over there, and Bob's your uncle. That's it. That is it. Bim bam bosh. So yeah, it's not an all or nothing. I would love to say we're 100% using them and the reusable wipes, but that's not the case. We started using 1 nappy a day, built up confidence to 2, build it up, and I do use them overnight. I can use them overnight, but as I said, I did find that she is a heavy wetter and that it was kind of irritating her skin a little bit. So that is it really. We use them, now we're able to use them fully during the day, and I think we'll continue to use a disposable nappy at night. But I feel like that is a big difference compared to having like 6 disposable nappies a day. We're having 1. And any change, even if you only use 1 reusable nappy, and I would say you probably need about 20 nappies to do it full time. We were managing on about 12, 13, 14 maybe, but that meant we couldn't, if I didn't do the washing, like clockwork, then there wasn't enough nappies. So that's it, and I hope that's helpful for any other mums. Please don't be scared of switching. It is such a great feeling to know that you're not putting all those nappies in landfill. You'll have less waste in your house. You're not putting all that, whatever's in those nappies, against your baby's skin every day. I, as I said, use cut up cloths, and I use a different one every day, and I just keep it usually near a high chair. Just use hot water, clean your face, clean your hands, and that is it really. Every time I use any wipes that are not like either the cheeky wipes or the water wipes, she always gets a red bottom, and I just don't trust what's in them. So even if you're going to use wipes, I would say get the water wipes. They seem to be the best ones on the market. They don't decompose, so cheeky wipes are definitely the best option, but I can't really say that because I don't use them 100% of the time. That's it really, so thanks for watching. If you've got any questions at all, please leave them below. I'd love to help anyone else like go on a journey towards at least using one reusable nappy a day. So see you all soon, and have a great weekend.